Yeah, it looked great, but we gotta start over. I forgot to hit record.
Oh shit.
I'm kidding.
April Fools!
Oh, it is April.
It is April Fools.
I don't have any breath.
Cold-hearted bitch.
So sad when you're like, I have no breath. So we got together one more time, take on the role of Devlin and Rachael, and we really don't know their last names. It's never said, so that's a mystery. But it was just fun kind of getting back into this character one more time, because it might be a while, if ever, before I ever do Devlin again. Because right now, the Diviner has been completed. It's being judged in a film festival, at least the first one. I plan to maybe try another film festival and a couple others. But we needed, at least just in case we ever did a part 2, to have a story about why Rachel's character is just all of a sudden gone. And I'll let you enlighten a little bit of what's going on in real life.
Yes, of course. So about a year ago, maybe not quite, I moved from North Dakota to Iowa, and that is how I came into this whole thing. I met Eric at work and kind of instantly recognized that, we would be friends and got along really well. So he pretty soon invited me to be a part of this project he was doing, which turned into the Diviner. Of course, you know me as Rachael. Again, no last name, so Rachael.
We can call you whatever we want to call you, I guess.
The Rachael.
The Rachael.
But, my time here in Iowa has been kind of up and down. And, just with everything going on, we kind of felt that it was time, now that our apartment lease is coming up, that we go back home to North Dakota. A lot of shifts and changes and things just didn't go quite as planned, so that's life. So, thought that we would kind of get this, filmed and put on the shelf in the meantime, so that way, I didn't just run off and disappear with no reason, no story, no notice. So at least this kind of shows Rachel's progression through the years.
Having an encounter of the fourth kind.
Yes,
and you just vanished.
Going from, no paranormal knowledge whatsoever, and then meeting her friend Devlin, and going along with him and learning more about paranormal entities, and going along with him to these different, investigations and things over the years. And I think it's about a 4-year time span or so that we're looking at.
Diviner started in 2005, 2006, and then this is 2010 when this takes place.
Yes, so...
And go ahead.
Oh, yeah, so it's been quite a few years that she's kind of stuck with him and, dealt with everything that's been thrown at her, to be with her friend and support him. So I think that coming through all of that, and then now this UFO or alien extraterrestrial type of encounter is just one too many, and just kind of the straw that broke the camel's back, because it's one of those things that a lot of people can accept or deal with or ignore everything else going on, but it comes to extraterrestrial type of situations, and a lot of people kind of bow out and remove themselves from that situation for good reason. And just myself, in real life, I kind of an alien documentary nerd, so
you probably loved this idea once you found out, because she found out at last minute. I mean, we didn't really tell her what this was.
The whole thing kind of came together really last minute. That was on me. Bad communication on that part.
Yes.
But everything just kind of happened so quickly that I had other things on my mind, so I was glad that we were able to squeeze this in.
But it was a metaphor, really, for how the whole scheduled shooting of the Diviner project was. That was a ridiculous timetable. We started in October. We tried to do every weekend through January, through mid-January. with the exception of the holidays, we took off, and it was just we made it, and that's a 2 hours 20-minute feature, and and it turned out really good.
We didn't have Halloween, we didn't have Thanksgiving, we didn't have
Right.
Christmas,
New
we didn't
Year's,
have
we
New
didn't touch
Year's.
it.
And then there were a couple other weekends in there. People had different things going on.
And we had to cancel a few things. But that's the reason
So-
I don't touch fiction for a while, because the only person you can really rely upon is yourself. And when you have these projects and you have a main characters especially that you're trying to rely on, and they bail or they fall through, they're not as committed. You really find out. And I'm really proud of the crew on this project. That's why if film festivals go well, we'll see. I'm not promising a second one. There's enough material, and I do have some other based on true events that we could pull from for another one, but we're waiting one at a time because that was a big one. But I think this whole thing with the Men in Black and what happened to her character is a good lesson also that happens in the paranormal community. Basically, what I mean by that is that people will learn what their limits are. And I've known several because of my real life team that I have in real life. We've outlived several teams. I've had people that swear that they're as diehard into this as I am. They just suddenly, it's like they went to bed loving this and they do it, and then they woke up and then they're out of it. They're out of it and they want nothing to do with the paranormal anymore. So this kind of shows her reason for it, and it's visitation with the Men in Black that was enough. She had that violent gnome, and she handled that all right. And
Yeah, that was fine. It's just a little guy. So.
yeah.
I'm stuck in the woods. They're following me. If you find this, return the tape to the public.
She's so nervous and not used to being on camera, so she originally was trying to pawn this off to somebody else, like her brother and then another friend of hers, and she ended up doing it. So I'm so proud.
Oh, thanks.
And it was good. It was really good. It didn't take nearly as long for the takes as, it could have been.
It could have been. We could have been still doing it at 9 p.m.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, see?
Give me a little more time to memorize my lines.
See? But yeah, Men in Black, that was good. Got to see them. It made you very strong. You're strong-willed, and you told them to suck a fat one. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
That what?
A fat what? Elaborate. And you saw the Diviner, the feature, before most people, before its public release. What do you think?
That was pretty good. It was awesome. I hope it gets something. For real.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like that long either, so that's a good thing.
That was what I was telling you. 'Cause there's movies that you see and it's like,
Right.
is it over yet?
Yeah.
And it's funny
didn't feel
knowing all of the parts to it and knowing what's still left to be done. It still didn't really feel like it was dragging, because it was like, each section had its, high point, and then it just kind of continued climbing. So.
Well, a mix of everything in it. You had comedy spread throughout, and you had some drama, some sadness, emotions in there, some action, a little bit of that. This should be fun, so stay tuned. And hopefully you keep giving us likes on the Diviner franchise. Support us. Film festivals are coming up. Support us for that. And if you like it and you want to see another one, let us know. I mean, that's really what's going to be a powering force in this. Let us know if you think first one's good enough that you can digest a second one.
Fucked up.